The other piece of the puzzle is looking at that universal level and saying, okay, we know that hearing's important and hearing's important for all students. So let's look at how we can make that happen in our school.
When Sam started to raise her concerns around the issue here, I encouraged her to get the audit done and to actually provide the evidence that would allow us to move the agenda forward.
That's when we got Joss to come in and do the sound audits in the room, and that's when we discovered, no, this is not going to work. There's no point putting soundfields in here till we get everything else right.
Soundfield systems are one layer. Soundfield systems support auditory access for the student and the teacher voice, but there's no point putting a soundfield system in the classroom if you haven't addressed the acoustics of that classroom. So we're talking about the soft furnishings, how a classroom reverberates, how it responds to sound with students in the room, without students in the room. So addressing those elements.
We came up with lots of things. It was like a brainstorm of all the things that we could possibly do. And then we went, okay, which ones can we fund? Which ones are the most important? We prioritised.
So we took vinyl out of the floors and put carpet down for soundproofing, and then obviously with the walls being built, we had to put acoustic foam in and insulation inside the walls to make them a lot quieter so the rooms couldn't hear each other.
Teachers need to know that they're being looked after by their school team. To build teacher capability was at a universal level to begin with, and taking the school on a hearing-friendly classroom journey involves some professional development.
One of the sustainability things around the whole school approach to hearing is around induction. So our teachers that come to us new and our beginning teachers, that sits as part of our induction work that we will do with them. It's really important for them to understand the why behind it, not just the technical side of actually using the equipment. So we did that by creating a team of people that were coming together, our hearing-friendly team. So Soundfield Champion, one of our teacher aides, took that role on. She was really passionate about it and took on that role in actually doing the audit of all our equipment and then ensuring that she had a really deep understanding about how that worked and how she could support teachers in actually using that in the classroom.
I'm quite passionate about it. I work with students with disabilities every day. I see how they're impacted in a classroom, especially students with hearing impairments, but also students that have auditory processing issues. I think once the teachers realise that it benefits them, as well as the students in their class that might need it, they did start to turn around and become quite happy to use it.
This is actually my first time using it, so I was actually a little bit apprehensive to use it. I have a very loud voice naturally, and I do remember saying, I don't need one of those. I'm really loud, but it has, just in terms of my voice, it has really saved it and protected it. If it's not charged and I don't actually wear it, I do get a really sore voice now.
And parents want to know as well that the kids are getting their best education that they can. So when you've got all that sound ricocheting in the classroom, my oldest one struggled because he just couldn't concentrate on the content. He was struggling grade-wise, but now, his grades are definitely coming up, which is good. They came home cranky and just couldn't concentrate. And now that we've got the microphones and the carpet, they've come home and they're actively talking to you about the school life, like what the teachers asked you to do, or if they got the microphone to speak around, and they felt like really important. So it affects my life because I get to hear about their school day and they're happier, which is a bonus.
Everyone in the classroom, every single one of them is gaining something from what we've done. That's kind of the key message. Start a team, start a plan, start small if you have to, prioritise and, ensure that good access to curriculum can happen so that good learning can happen and good teaching can happen.